You will see this slide at the end of today, and I'm going to ask each one of you at the end of the day which of these words you live with. I hope at the end of the day you either are or are committing to being intentional in your revenue process, and you have a revenue process, and that you're able to measure your revenue process for the degree of leverage. Leverage basically says, how many of you still have a 401k or some kind of retirement program? And do you want positive or negative leverage on that investment? Positive. It's interesting, when we spend money on generating revenue, more often than not, the money we spend, we actually get a negative leverage on it. And so I'm going to kind of introduce you to the fact right now, I'm guessing half the people in the room, at least, maybe all of us, are spending money to create revenue that we're getting a negative return on. And so if that's the case, we want to quit doing that, and we want to start investing money, and we want to measure whether it's actually positive leverage or not. You know, I'm sure nobody has ever walked into your office and say, we need to do this trade show, or we need to have an ad in this magazine. Anybody ever had that happen? And you say, well, why? And they say, well, for brand purposes, or so our customers know we exist. I hope when you leave here today that you never allow that conversation to go that way again. Because the next things we should be talking about is exactly how are we going to measure the return we get for doing that ad or that program or that trade show or whatever it is. Because if you're not getting a positive return, then it's negative leverage. And why would you ever invest revenue money to get negative leverage? And so we're going to talk about that kind of thing.